born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Monday, December 9th, 2024, 3:30 in the afternoon. And here at Forex Smart Trade, we teach people how to profitably currency trade using our simple but very accurate proprietary indicators. And I'm going to show you how simple and accurate they are. So with that, we first need to listen to this guy, and then we will be on our way and see what the market has for us this morning or this evening. Let's get him teed up.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live.
We'll give it one more try here. Not sure what
happened. Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker. We make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with multiple tools. We've got a series of videos that break down the various methods. We have group training sessions. We have these one-on-one, or we have the group training sessions. We have the group live trades where an experienced trader like me comes online, kind of walks you through their analysis. And by watching someone who knows what they're doing, explain what they're doing, you'll learn from it. We've got a dozen different kind of trade strategies. And when we coach someone, we customize a trade plan based around their availability to trade and their risk preferences. So the trade I'm showing you is the one that suits me. There may be another one that suits you better, but the point here is to show you the indicators are simple and accurate. I do 3 live trades a week, the one that we're in now, and then tomorrow morning at 6:30. Thursday morning at 6:30, and every afternoon I send out an overnight trade setup that you can copy. I have a little video that it's one of our simpler trades, so I have just a little video of it showing you how I came up with it. But when you become a regular member, we do live trade every morning at 10 a.m., another one every evening at 6 p.m., and you can see a bunch of the training sessions. We're a firm believer in the importance of practicing the fundamentals and continuing to reiterate the fundamentals. Even as you get good, still having that base of the fundamentals keeps you grounded and keeps you performing well. Now I work off of a checklist because I am getting old and I forget things. And the checklist helps me so I don't miss anything. And checklists have been shown to significantly improve performance, especially physicians, surgeons. Uh, 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 every morning, I like to refresh my green chart, clears out the memory, and then picks up any updates they might have done. Now, this is something that I included in here because it's just every day you want to go back and look at the trades that didn't go the way that you wanted and answer why. That figuring out why it didn't work right is like a sports team going back and watching the video on a play that didn't work. What was it that caused this not to work? Now, sometimes you can do everything right and still get it wrong, but more often than not, I've been trading. It'll be going on 6 years now. I sometimes will make an error. I'll get away from the fundamentals, and it's in going back and reviewing that it's like, oh, that was stupid. That's what I did. And because we have the simulator, you can go back to the exact moment you took the trade and see what it was that was showing when you made your analysis. Now, we are technical traders. We're trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at being able to help us figure out the direction of a move. And if we can figure out the direction of the move, we can make some money. So now, news also impacts currency prices. So we want to know what news events are happening so we can trade around them. And the place I like to find out what news events that are happening that are relative to currency is on forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact. I ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I also ignore those, but some people put a little stock into them. And red, which is high impact. These are guys I want to trade around. So on the Australian dollar, they're making an interest rate statement tonight at 10:30. Usually, I like to be out of a trade 2 hours before this event happens, because sometimes the news starts to leak a little bit beforehand. People who are have access to the people who publish the information can sometimes make the phone call and get it and start trading on it beforehand. And it will move the market before the indicators can pick it up. So any trade we take tonight on the Australian dollar should be done before, say, by 9:30. So we're getting close to this borderline. So we'll think about that if we're going to take a trade on the Australian dollar tonight. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got. The trade I am going to do today is something called the 10-point trade. I like to take it off of a 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart simply means that the candles that we're looking at and the lines that we're looking at have 1 hour's worth of information in them. On a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot tends to be about 11 pips. If I can get 11 pips 3 times a day, which is my goal, I am doing very, very well. And on a 1-hour chart, I am expecting the trade to go close within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy is basically there are 3 parts to the chart. I want to see the lines in all 3 sections line up in the same direction. And when they do, I've got a good trade. So with that, let's take a look and see what we've got. The chart we're going to be trading off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it is showing us 6 different currency pairs. In this case, all of the pairs are U.S. based. I start in the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. And basically, I'm looking for situations where we are either overbought, the lines are above the blue line pointing down, or below the red line pointing up. And here you can see above the blue line pointing down, if we jumped on this trade, it was worth 24 pips over the course of 4 hours. So we could have carved 11 pips out of here. So in this case, we are oversold. The minors are going sideways, but the majors are still going down. Now, can I make 11 pips when we're oversold going down? Yes, you can. In fact, I'll right over here, we are overbought. And you can see overbought. Come on here. And you get 16 pips going up. So you can collect 10 pips, but just not part of my trade strategy. Like, I'd rather take less trades that are have a higher accuracy rate than kind of throw the dice and pick. So when we're overbought, generally to me, the market's going to go down soon. I don't want to get caught holding a buy when we're overbought. So here, oversold, majors going down, so I'm not interested. Euro USD oversold, majors still going down, minors are sideways. Same with pound USD, majors going down, minors sideways. US Canadian dollar, so here the US dollar is the first pair, overbought, going up. Dollar Swiss franc, overbought, going up. If I don't have what I want here, I don't need to look at the rest of the chart. Dollar Canadian dollar, overbought. That's item one. Everybody's coming down. Item two. The red line has crossed over the green line and the black line has crossed over the gray line. That's three. And then the fourth item I am looking for is what is the slope on the green line? Green line, and I want it to be greater than 45 degrees or steeper than 45 degrees. It is. So I've got all four elements that I'm looking for here. When I have all four elements, I also like the fact that the green line has entered the channel. I like that we're going from less steep to more steep, from less steep to more steep. There's two kinks in this line. Green line has entered the channel. I will consider a trade so long as the green line is less than halfway through the channel. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel so long as the direction still agrees with what we're seeing here. So when I've got the 4 points that I want here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs and count how many lines are supporting the sell signal I see here. So thin orange is going down. Thick orange is flat, but it's at 0. It can't go down any further. It's a scaled number. So it's as far down as it goes. So I'm going to consider that as continuing to go down. Blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So the thick blue is here. So I've got 1, 2. I'm going to count this as 3. I need to have at least 3 here. Dotted blue is going down, which means buy. When I have at least 3 here, then I'm going to jump down to my pressure. And I have got weak up pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the line. which is almost sideways, and that there's a space between the lines. It is the pressure is stronger when these lines are closer together. But I get a point here because the red line's on top. So 1 point, 4 points, 3 points. So I got 8 points. My only concern here is that this guy is different than all of these other guys. USD is first. USD is first. And these two, these are still going up. USD is second in these trades. And all of these are saying down. So this one concerns me a little bit. I'm going to go see what else we have before I decide we want to take this. But my second criteria in taking, once I see the setup here, is to go take a look at what the 2-hour and the 4-hour chart are saying. And I want both of these charts, the 2 and the 4. And what's different here is that the candles, this candle has 2 hours worth of information. This line has 2 hours worth of information. This has 4 hours worth of information. I want both of these to be overbought. They are both overbought. In this case, it's going down. It doesn't have to be. This case is overbought and it's sideways. So this is the second part of my test. As I said, I want to see what else we have before I take this because I'm concerned that this guy is against the grain. So let's go ahead and see what else. So here was the chart we were just looking at. I've cloned the light 6 major and have created another 6 pairs that are non-USD pairs. Euro pound overbought, majors going up, minors sideways. Australian dollar yen oversold, majors going down, minors sideways, so nothing there. Euro Canadian dollars overbought, everybody sideways. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar oversold, everybody's going up. I have the double cross greens on top. These are just barely going up on the majors. Double cross, but my steepness actually, the steepness is less than 45 degrees. So that is why I would pass on this. I also don't like it when it's oversold and there's a big gap before it goes back into the channel. I prefer it entering the channel. Pound yen, oversold, majors going down, minors sideways. Euro Australian dollar, overbought, majors going up, minors sideways. So nothing there. I clone the chart again. Canadian dollar, yen, oversold, going down, minors sideways. Euro New Zealand dollar. Euro New Zealand dollar. Everybody's going up. Double cross. And good steepness on the green line. But we're almost overbought here. So I don't like to take it when it's past the halfway mark. Here on the pound New Zealand, oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, good steepness on the green line, and it's less than halfway. So I like this setup. Jumping up to the TNTs, 2 orange lines going up. Ooh. And the 2 blue lines are going up. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. Only have 2 of the 4 here. And here I've got sideways pressure. What makes it sideways is the green line is going, or the red line's going up, the green line's going down, but the green is on top. So that is a point. Let's take a look and see if we have the confirmation. So we're missing a piece of it here. Let's see what we've got for the confirmation. Pound New Zealand dollar. So this is what we were just looking at. The 2-hour is oversold going up. This by itself is kind of a good buy signal. Oversold, majors are sideways. So both are oversold. So I've got the second part of the test. Now the question is, what's it worth? If I wanted to take this trade. So on some trades, we have the take profits predetermined. So it's 3 pips or 5 pips. On other trades, you have to calculate it. And this is one of those trades where you have to calculate it. So let us put in the look at a clean chart, and I'm going to put support and resistance in. And support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And those are going to be our kind of trading, what we're going to trade within. So let me see. And they tend to be about 40 pips apart. So I want to scrunch up the chart to get more data points to line up the line. So you can see it kind of stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped over here, stopped in here. And on this other line, it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped over here. So once I get the lines, I also want to notice what the trend is. So here you can see there's an uptrend. Here there's kind of a downtrend. And it looks like we've turned back into an uptrend that may be starting to go down. I'm going to expand the chart so I can see it a little bit better. Because if I am trading with the trend, I am going to take more pips than if I'm trading away from the trend. So it's do we consider this a break in the trend, or with a new trend, or is this just still part of the uptrend? So I want to know how many pips I have from where we are to where the line is, because these lines, support and resistance, are going to become the bounds within which I trade, because I don't want to trade through the line because it'll take longer for the trade to happen. I want to get in and get out as quick as I can. So if I'm trading within these gaps, it's more likely to happen. So there's 34 pips up and 21 pips down. So let us see. I also want to see where we are to this spot. That's 16 pips. And just for the heck of it, let's drop one more line in here. I'm just adding a little bit more information to help me decide where are we if we hit this line. That's 12 pips. Let's go back and take a look. So pound New Zealand dollar, New Zealand dollar. Now it's evening in England, but it's morning in New Zealand. So when I trade off of an hour chart, I want one of these pairs to be morning time. So we've got that. We've got the buy. We've got the confirmation. So we're going to go ahead and take a 12 pip buy. 12 pip buy on the pound New Zealand dollar. So you can take that in the simulator, or if you're not using the simulator, you can use MetaTrader 4 or 5. This is a demo account. It's It's got $13,000 in it. So pound New Zealand dollar is right here. It's got quite a bit of a spread. It's got a 3 pip spread. So we're going from 37. So we've got to make 3 pips before we start making any money on this. So with a 12 pip trade, we can do that. So my lot size is going to be a function of how much I have in the account. Rule of thumb is to move the decimal place over 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can take a 1.4. I can round this up, 1.3. I can take anywhere from half of a 1.4 to double it. I'm just going to take the 1.4. So I'm going to go to new order. Change this to 1.4 because I'm rounding up. And I'm going to do market buy. I'm going to right click, go to modify order. And we're going to go for 12 pips. 12 pips is 120 points. I just add an extra 0. I click the little blue button. It does the math for me. And I'm going to use, if I'm going for 12 pips, I'm going to use a 36 pips stop loss, which is 360 points. Again, I click the little red button, calculates the number, click modify. And I just want to take a look at, I want to go back here and take a look at where our lines were, in case I want to adjust this. So our blue line is right kind of in this green wick and in this red wick. So let me just take a look and see where we're at. Yeah, so we're right where I want it to be. So it's hitting over here, where it's right under where this line might be for the intermediate resistance. So we took a buy on the pound NZD with a take profit of 2.17507, 2.17507, and a stop loss of 2.17020. So I am happy with that. I expect this trade to close by, say, 9:30. Now, I know there wasn't a news item on the New Zealand dollar, but there was that news item on the Australian dollar, which the news on Australian dollar stuff does impact New Zealand dollar stuff. They're kind of related. So you want to, I guess, keep an eye on it around 9:30 if you're up, and you may want to consider closing it out if it hasn't hit the take profit yet, so that you're not stuck in it. There's some sort of whiplash. If you want to learn to trade, if you want to learn to do anything, the best way to do it is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We are very good at it. We are very confident in our ability to teach you. So confident, in fact, that once we've taught you, we'll let you trade with our money, which is kind of our guarantee. And it does a couple things. One, you get a mentor who knows what they're doing to teach you. You get personalized one-on-one training. Because you're trading our money, we keep an eye on what you're doing, and we kind of act as a safety net. If you start to start to draw down the account, we're going to step in and try to figure out what you're doing wrong and correct it, because we are that confident that these indicators work that well. Join me tomorrow morning, and in just a few minutes, I'll be sending out the overnight trade setup. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.